been in the chair to game for a few days. I think it's been since like Friday, so we'll see how it goes. I've played a little bit since then, so hopefully not too rusty, and try to get some wins. We're on victory vouchers. I'm gonna assume we'll get a 94 Seahawk, and I want to use that binder selection towards it. A few cards out there that are dropping in affordability I may jump in onto. We start to Infinity, and we'll get our timer going right now. All right, return the ball. Let's do it. Rugby, how are you, Rugby? Welcome into the stream. Dylan, welcome in. How's Dylan's day treating you? Feeling like on that left hash, let's try getting the lead quick. Dave Wolf Jr., how's it going, Dave? All right, it's Rice to Chad Johnson. Chad's got it. And we're rumbling in. Boski, how are you feeling about this weekend? Bills and Broncos. The boys are on the road. And it should be a really close game. At least Vegas thinks it'll be a close game. All right, so we pulled off the old double pass to get us on the board. And here we go. But yeah, good to see you, Boski. Boski Bo. We have 3 wide receivers on the depth chart right now. I didn't realize the receiver core was that banged up. It's going to be a lot of Allen and Cook then for the Bills' offensive attack. I could see Nick's having a hard game. You know, a lot of expectations on him being a young quarterback. You know, if your defense can get in there and get some pass pressure, could cause some issues. Maybe you guys get some short fields. 2 receivers hurt in the Jaguars game to torn ACL. I didn't know that. Are they planning to elevate guys up off the depth chart? I guess they almost have to. Hey, Skyballer, how are you, Skyballer? Dude, hey, thanks for the bit, Skyballer. It's early, Skyballer. Try to remember to shout you out later, as the room populates, hopefully. Skyballer, how are you feeling about the Bills coming to town? I got Boski in TikTok chat. Boski is a huge Bills fan. I didn't realize they had so many injured players. Work's been crazy. Are the Broncos relatively healthy for this game, or do you have any key players that are expected to miss, Guy? You're ready for a JSN playoff game? Yeah, I hope he has a good game. Him and Diamador Lindor, however it's pronounced, they have been getting some jabs at each other. Lindor said he wanted JSN, he was going to shut him down. After Seattle won on the primetime game 2 weeks ago, they asked JSN about it in the post-game deal, and he goes, you know, I don't get a chance to make time for all of my fans. Well, now they'll be matched up again with season on the line. Kind of nervous as Rollers. Yeah, I was really hoping to avoid a division rival. I wanted to avoid the Rams and the Niners. Didn't work out that way. Packers losing that game certainly made it harder. Dealing with teams that are familiar with you. We're only missing Dobbins and the starting safety, Brandon Jones. Yeah, that's pretty healthy for this time of the year. Dom's Farms, how's it going, Dom? Yeah, I'm doing good. What's new with you, Dom? If you guys are on TikTok again, please be sure to follow, share, and like. Haven't been on for a few days, so the algorithm may not love me as much when you're not consistently on every day. Was up a little earlier. Should have probably got on earlier, but I was reading a few articles about the Seahawks. Hey, what's happening, Solo Phil? Streaking Solo is what they call him. Wow. I channeled my inner Skyballer and scrambled in for the touchdown, so it's a good start. We're playing the playoff event mode for victory vouchers. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to spread any germs out your way. I wish this guy would quit, because they can't come back if they quit. All right, Danielle Freak shared the live stream. I see Austin, Michael, and Tyler in the TikTok chat. And everybody yapping and tapping over there. Question of the day for those that want to participate. Do you prefer Taco Bell or Chipotle? I prefer Taco Bell personally. You went back to Vic running back. That card's so cheesy. But I think it was your video. It was either your video or F Your Couch's video on the Vic card. yeah, Wags. I'm gonna go out there and tackle Christian McCaffrey. I wish we would have got the Packers or somebody instead of a division rival, but I mean it looks to favor Seattle. We'll see if they go out and play well or if Darnold has issues. Taco Bell if it's past 11 p.m. for Boski, but otherwise he's going for Chipotle. Oh, you guys both have him. Somebody had a TikTok video on him the other day that I saw. No, Carne and myself are usually pretty respectful of each other. Carne doesn't try to add fuel to the fire constantly like you do. What about Brigman? All I saw was a thumbs up. Are you excited or you think they overpaid for him for your Cubs? Haven't had Chipotle yet. You have two right near you and never tried it. I think I would have liked Chipotle a lot more if I had gone in there when I still ate meat. They have some type of vegetarian option, but didn't look particularly appealing to me. So the only thing I ever get at Chipotle, if I go in, like if my family's going to get something, I'll just grab a bag of chips for myself. Taco Bell, I'll get like, bean burrito and enjoy that. Let's see. Guyballer, he's talking Chipotle here. Let me get this read. The first ever Chipotle is right across the street from a high school. You've been eating it for 20 years for Skyballer. Taco Bell is so fire also. Let's see. How to get it back? He seems okay to you. Yeah, you gotta pay. To bring somebody in. I don't know if the Cubs are going to play him at second or third. I'm guessing at second, because I guess Shaw's pretty good over there at third, right? Defensively. Cam, how are you, Cam? Yeah, I've never been in one of those either, the Qdobas. I'm not really sure if that's how it's pronounced, but they're not out here, at least in my part of California. Let's see, playing with your streamer buddy on Apex, how's it been? Oh, dude, how is Apex these days? I remember when Apex came out, it was really popular over on the purple side. Like, it was rivaling Fortnite there for a couple months. There's been a few of them. PUBG had a surge like that too, where it's like everybody was talking about and playing it, in the streaming world. And then I don't feel like I hear about Apex so much now. I could see that route was breaking open and I was helpless against it. Miserable, to be honest, but fun if you win. When it first came out, it was fire. Never forget H1 says solo. Started everything. I'm not even sure if I know what H1's an abbreviation for solo. You said it 100%, 1,000% correct. Okay. H1Z1. Yeah, you're still not helping me. Megahertz? Arc Raiders probably killed it to Skyballer. Wags, I closed your DM the other day and I didn't even read it. I figured you were giving me grief about Pretty. My heart rate went up quite a bit during that game. I got this watch at Christmas time. I looked at my stress level there. Freaking Eagles were so close to just ending their season, which would have been a joy for me. Get the bacon grease ready. Yes, exactly, Zip. It definitely fell off. Pretty solid game. Still not enough hype like it before. I was like, yeah, Wags isn't telling me anything good. I thought I could race to the side. I guess getting out of bounds is okay. You think you may get Arc Raiders and start playing it? It's tough for Madden creators, and I think any of the sports creators, to play the same game, year around the schedule. Skyballer. Some of the guys do it. I respect you guys that play the same game year round, but I tend to go with the seasons, and just try to keep the sports talk going in my chats. Of course, there's always a little drop off though, when you go from one game to the next. Like, why aren't you playing MLB anymore? It's like, well, it's November. World Series is over. Nobody's that into baseball, but some people are. Of course, the opposite happens as well. See, there's a new Minecraftish game. Oh, my kids would probably love that. Especially my son. He really likes Minecraft. Is it a free-to-play solo, or do you have to purchase it? May have to use it as a little hour to switch up for Madden. Yeah, it's tough to just do the same thing, and everything turns into 99s. Really, in all these game modes, right? The cards creep up, and then it's 99s everywhere. Yeah, it's a tough sell. I called timeout. I thought I saw one of my timeouts burn. I definitely clicked down on it. I thought I got out of bounds. I thought I took my timeout, and then yeah, the clock was gone as I was clicking on the next play. So terrible clock management, fireable offense for Coach Danielle Freak. Oh well, we'll just keep the nose to the grindstone here. Just looked it up. We got the MLB cover person January 28th last year. I didn't like the tri-cover thing, personally, for MLB The Show. It's like, oh, we have 3 cover athletes. Like, nah. Settle in on somebody and roll with them. But the years before, like, Vlad Guerrero Jr. was a pretty solid pick. I thought Jazz Chisholm's, like, the worst cover athlete they've had. I don't know who they'll go with. Almost time to get disappointed. Trout's never had it. I think Trout won't get it. Pretty sure he's connected to like a mobile app game, so he probably has some exclusivity with them for cover athletes. But yeah, those of you that play MLB The Show, who do you think deserves it? I would assume they'd want to go with a young player. He's going for the home run ball. Can't even see his receiver there. Drake London's too tall. And he'll take it away. Now we need the too small celebration. I don't know what these artifacts are that are leaking through the helmets and the back of the neck. Looks like uncovered orange foam out there. Todd Helton for cover athlete. Maybe. Probably not going to get the legend. Usually legends like Jackie Robinson when they do have a legend edition. I need to run a couple different run plays. I think it's the only run play I've ran against this guy yet. Helton was an excellent player. I mean, I know you got your Colorado Rocky bias. That receiver was Parker Washington. He spent millions of coins on that for him to be that tiny. Sucks being a Rocky fan, but you're faithful. Yeah, it's tough, dude. Being a fan of a bad franchise is really tough. Like, I love the A's. My dad did too. And they were great when I was growing up. And, ever since growing up, it's been a lot of misery. They've had some good seasons, but terrible ownership. The game's not responding well. I tried to take a timeout. Timeout didn't hit. I slid a lot earlier than that. And we just have some bad connectivity here. I'm going to run this play. And then try to start running out this clock. Every other Denver sport is at the top right now. Has been for the last couple of years. So Denver sports all around are good. Avalanche are a pretty good skyballer. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be following them much in Vegas. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll feel differently. Streaming stuff gets better all the time, so maybe it won't be that hard to just keep up with the team. But they won't be in the region, and I won't be driving out to games or anything with them being that far away. So yeah, you don't have to attend the games, but there's something nice about going out with a family and getting an autograph or something like that. Dan, I don't think you guys are going to beat the Rams, but good luck to you. Yeah, you have to have your rooting interest. I like your Bears team. I wish the Packers would have held on because we'd be hosting the Packers, which it's nice to avoid division rivals in these games. Won it 2 years ago. Have been competing since. For some reason, I guess I didn't remember the Avalanche winning. I thought the Panthers had won quite a few of the most recent Stanley Cups. If it snows, which it probably will, the Bears have a chance. Yeah, I mean, the Rams didn't look great against the Panthers, but the Rams are still one of the higher rated teams metrically. So I looked at a website that has like the equity for Super Bowl win probability. Seattle was number one, Rams are number two. So it seems like it'll be one of those two in the end, but who knows? Maybe the Niners or Bears run through those teams. All right, we ran off some clock. I don't really know. I think it's a game that could go either way. It seems like the league definitely wants to market Allen. He's one of the biggest names remaining left in the tournament. Broncos defense has been stout. I don't know how well Bo Nix is going to go with all eyes on Bo Nix. I guess that's why they play the game. It's not that I think Bo Nix hasn't proven himself so far, but yeah, it's going to be the brightest lights he's been under. Similar for Sam Darnold getting to host a home game. So there's questions around Sam too. Maybe Seattle's defense can carry Sam through a game, but eventually he's going to have some good games for us, and we can't just completely rely on the run game. Packers were low key. Your Super Bowl didn't expect to make the playoffs this year, so it's all gravy, says Dan. Yeah, that Bears team's been really good. Johnson's got that attitude of just wanting to make it miserable for the Packers, and I think what a great hire for a first-year head coach. He's completely into the rivalry and the whole thing. Speaking of head coaches, man, we got a big carousel. I was thinking, how funny would it be if Tomlin went to the Ravens and Harbaugh went to the Steelers? But it sounds like Tomlin's going to take a year off. And I didn't realize the Steelers maintained Tomlin's rights, so have to work out a trade or something whenever he decides to coach again. I was really surprised about Tomlin getting out of there. All right, so we're playing Road to the Super Bowl event victory voucher mode, so we'll see how this goes. I'm just stuck, guys. I'm trying to go forward. There we go. Some more weekly tokens, man. I feel like I got a lot of those. 88 or 1,500 vouchers. I think I'll take the vouchers. Want to get enough vouchers to get that 94 selection thing. They had a massive glitch the other day when they dropped content says solo. What happened? Were people getting a lot of good cards? Sometimes there's almost every year. Seems like there's a pack glitch or something that happens and people are just coming up on it. Hey, what's happening, little hookah guy? Good to see you. You still playing Madden, or are you into other games now that we're getting into the postseason? Feels like Madden's going to start quieting down as fan bases go out interest wise. Madden and others. See, they dropped all the XP for the next 3 weeks, and it was only yards and touchdowns. So for 40 minutes, everybody went into the challenges and 3 touchdowns. Did you do it solo? Were you around at the right time, or did it not work out? I know the little hookah guy through knowing my buddy Skyballer. This guy's team looks good. He's got the Bills theme. Maybe. Hey, it's okay. All right, we're outmatched, but maybe my brain can pull me through for a win. Let's see. Ted, Miguel, Gabe, Cameron, everybody welcome in on TikTok chat. Might restart TikTok about halfway through the stream here. TikTok's mad at me for not going live consistently. Yeah, well, real life got in the way, TikTok. Sorry. Not seeing as many names popping in as we usually do. All right, let's start out with cheese play. See if we can just steal a touchdown. You got up to level 31 from 17 off the glitch. They haven't done any rollback stuff or anything, right? Hopefully they won't. Jerry Rice throwing dimes. You want from 5 to 24. Yeah, I mean, when it's their fault, they really shouldn't punish the players for being smart enough to jump on. Right, at least he got rid of that fast. He was sitting in the house there. They haven't. You don't think they can because it was a bunch of quick sells. So no way. And he's able to get the CPU to break that free. So not what we wanted. Right, not the greatest kick of all time, but it'll go through. Hey, what's happening, Henny? Henny, how about that win over the Chargers, buddy? Completely shut down Golden Boy Herbert there. That was getting a lot of media love. Yeah, love it. Keep it rolling. Yeah, I was trying to get a hit stick, but whiff. I think having the Bills and Broncos taking each other out is pretty nice for how the bracket laid up for you guys, too. Obviously, got to win this week, but yeah, I think you have a good shot against Houston. That Houston game got lopsided, but I didn't feel like they looked that dominant. What I got to see of it, I didn't get to watch the whole game, but you know, some turnovers there and got tilted against the Steelers. Henny, you guys doing a lot of baseball practice at the moment, or is it a little bit of a slow time for that? Today is second practice for one of my daughters. So all the kids have gone through 2 practices, and we got our first game Saturday for youth basketball. Disappointed my city's only got a 7-week schedule. Seems like it should be like 10 games. Kids just start getting the hang of stuff, and then okay, season's over. Lots of practice, you know it. Practicing tonight. Those last 2 games were awful, says Solo. Yep. Yeah, we had so many great down to the wire finishes, and it just kind of fizzled out there on the playoff weekend, the wild card weekend. Ethan, Witt, everybody welcome in. If you guys are watching on TikTok, we are multi-streaming. First time on in a few days. As far as gaming streams, did stream Mountain West basketball last night. Got another game coming up Saturday. I think it'll be wrapped up before Seattle plays San Francisco, which is good timing for me. Let's see, doing Sunday pitcher catcher training starting this week, all the way to the start of the season. Little H is going to be doing some catching again this year, you think? And probably pitching as well. I know he's all over the diamond. This guy's got a good drive going here. Too much room in the run game for him. Let's see, mostly full-time catcher. You're going to try to give him more opportunities to pitch. Supposedly, you know, over the years, I don't know if it's still the case, but I would assume it hasn't changed. Best path to getting a scholarship and that sort of thing is to become a good catcher in youth baseball. I think they used to say being like a switch hitting catcher was a good idea because of the lack of, you know, guys that can hit from the left side and also catch. Let's see, we got Laker, Nick, Jax, and Matt coming in. How are you guys? 14 seconds, not a lot of time, but see what I can get here on the offense. He's going to have the ball second half, so not looking great. All these desync glitchers really make you hate the game. Are they doing it on purpose, Nick? It feels like they do sometimes. All right, we're racing, and Metcalf's going to put us up here. Let's see, Nick, thanks for following. You got the lights flashing for us. Let's see, they get the win, and we either get nothing or get a loss. Yeah, I had a playoff run where a guy pulled that on me. Really ticked me off. Seemed like it was on purpose because I had made it a 2-possession game, and then suddenly the internet slowed down and it desynced. Let's see, Sam B says, go Bears. I'd love you guys to beat the Rams. I'll be rooting for the Bears and for Seattle for that NFC picture this week. Yeah, it's just a game I take it so serious. I guess they want all the rewards for their team or something, but yeah, if you get beat, you get beat. It's a shame EA has not figured out a way to block that. Well, I don't want to play the division rivals in both rounds, but it could go that way. That's if Seattle can beat San Francisco, of course. I was hoping the Niners and the Rams would go out last round too. Not so much about your Bears. I think the Bears are kind of a dangerous team. They put up a lot of points in bunches, and of course Johnson's really creative there as your first-time head coach. Was hoping the Packers were going to hold on, to be honest with you, even though I like the Bears more as a team, but I wanted the Packers coming to Seattle. I don't know what's going on. Tight spot. Ton City of San Jose, or are you referencing an athlete? Oh, for Joker. As far as I know, Joker's okay. My thought was it was a loved one that was going through a lot, but I may have missed something on Joker if he made any social posts about real life. Need to go check. But yeah, Joker's a wonderful guy. He's been a big part of my community for a long time. Oh, it is. I'm sorry. I didn't. I don't think I read through everything. Usually I check CSN just to see if I have any work stuff, and I didn't read through it yet. Yeah, that sucks, man. I knew the odds were looking pretty bad based off of what Joker was saying, but I didn't know she had passed. Let's see. Van is in the red chat. He's breaking down Matt LaFleur. Give me 1 second, Van. Off this return, I'll read it. LaFleur coached them right to their coaches. He has a great quarterback and calls plays like he's a scrub. There was a lot of Packer fans ticked off post-game at the result. From what I was reading, that they wanted to move on from LaFleur. Sounds like the Packers are trying to work out a long-term deal, or at least an extension with him. Hey, Windsor, how are you, Windsor? I hit the juke stick right into my opponent. Yeah, LaFleur had a rough game there. Up big, and should have been able to hold that on. In no way trying to discredit the Bears for their half of the comeback, but yeah, the Packers really let that game slip. Hey, Windsor, thanks for the heart me. What's new with you, Windsor? Are you playing much video games? Have you been busy in the new year? What's the problem with that double mug blitz thing? I mean, it works well, provided nobody gets that extra step where they can get free against it. If they get free, you got a good shot to break them. So we get Jimmy back in. It's been a back and forth game. Jake on the back pedal. Served it out there. I'm ready to replace Vic. I need that extra Drake May upgrade token to come in. Then I can probably be confident that he's a better player. Let's see, back to school soon. Watching the playoffs for Windsor. Yeah, I assume most schools and colleges had already resumed, but I could definitely be wrong on that. Let's see, Van says zone run. Jordan Bell's him out on third down. If you break down that game, Jordan Love did so many incredible things. And I've seen a lot of complaints about the Packers' special teams too. Of course, McManus had a struggle game. Missed a few kicks that could have, made it a better position for Green Bay. I know in that game they threw Jacobs back there to return some kickoffs, and I don't think he'd ever handled kickoff duty before. Your semester starts in 2 more weeks. You think most of the schools are already back. Well, that's cool that you got a nice long break, though, through January, Windsor. This guy's just relied on Cooks. He's been running all over me. His blocking scheme is looking good. We will hold him up and force a fourth down. Certainly key play. Incoming. Yeah, shoot, I was looking at the flat and he went the other way. You imagine Rodgers has to be done. It sounded that way, you know. I saw that there was a Rodgers impersonator that was there at the front row after the game had ended. Rodgers went and shook hands with him and talked to him for quite a while. His post-game stuff, he wouldn't get into what he was going to do in the future. They usually don't. But, yeah, it seems like Rodgers is probably hanging him up. Especially with Tomlin gone. You know, if Tomlin was staying, Rodgers did seem to be a pretty big fan of Tomlin. I could see him saying, like, well, let me run it back. Another possibility, though, is, you know, say the season rolls around and there's a key injury. He could do a Phillip Rivers and come off the couch, too, if it's, you know, playoff contending team that he's interested in linking up with. But yeah, if I had to guess, I think Rodgers has probably played his last game. Yeah, dang it. Saw that seam route opening up. Thankfully, we knocked it free. I think he made the right read for my opponent. Was in man coverage, but I thought he had a man beater breaking to the outside, just based off the way the formation looked. So audible into cover 3. Yeah, I'll take it away with Mays. I was faster than the animation to take that down, and yeah, he doesn't have enough timeouts to get it back, so we're just going to kneel down. Hopefully, he doesn't start doing podcasts. Oh, you almost know he wants to hear the sound of his own voice somewhere for Rodgers. I'd be shocked if he doesn't jump into the podcast commentator circuit. Be great if he would just go and meditate on a mountain somewhere and we didn't have to hear from him again. I usually find Aaron to be really insufferable. What is Matt Hasselbeck doing these days? You know what? I don't know. I don't like Matt. Never did like Matt. However, one of his kids surfaced on the Seahawk Reddit on some type of YouTube video. If you wanted to go see whatever it was, I sure didn't click on it. I downloaded it. It would be search by new, and you can just scroll down to Hasselback. I think it was like Abby Hasselback breaks down the Seahawks or something. But yeah, I always found Matt to be really insufferable. Glad he didn't have a great career post playing days, getting in with ESPN and all that. Of course, his brother Tim was the ESPN talking head for quite a while. Seahawk fans a lot of them just adored the guy, but yeah, Matt's, to me, he just comes off as a douchebag. What's happened in ZPR? How's your day been? Didn't care for him much as a player, care for him even less as a person. Yeah, we're glad you're there, bud. We need everybody tapping and napping. Nobody does it better than you, Zeke. Been a little bit quiet. After this game, I'll probably reset TikTok. What if I told you I am, Matt? You're definitely playing the long game after you blocked me on Twitter. To come in here and become a regular, get mod privileges. Just to unveil that now. No, I keep forgetting Zeke. Let me see if I can figure it out while I play here. Try to do it here at halftime. Remind me at halftime. I'll try to do it right now. I think you're the most recent guy to get banned from the Discord, so it should be somewhat easy to find you. Jerry Rice throwing dimes. Oh, there's a flag. It's gonna be on the tight end. OPI, Jimmy Graham. Dang it, Jimmy. Jimmy had one job. Don't go commit offensive pass interference. Keeps that play from being any more overpowered than it already is. He needed to buy time for Metcalf. He was jammed up on the zone trying to run his route, and then, yeah, you guys saw what happened. Threw it into the turf. By the time I got Jimmy free. It was to be Metcalf free. Yeah, Jimmy doesn't deserve a touch. Not after what he did. There you go, Jimmy. All's forgiven. I don't know, honestly. Yeah, maybe there's a way to change it, because I think the tight end is just a receiver in that route. How do you get a good team? You got to grind, at least in my opinion, you got to grind the challenges and stuff. And you get there eventually. He just stopped following the route lightly, and I'm able to get away with a fourth and forever play. That was some nonsense. Yeah, that was a lot of running out to lose 2 yards. Got that going for us. Opponents in Tampa 2. Let's see if they stay in Tampa 2. Should have these slot routes open, or excuse me, the slant routes opening up. If that's the case. What is it with Metcalf? He gets jammed up every time there. I was waiting for that opening, and DK just couldn't run through. He didn't want it enough. He's too busy distracted by a fan wearing a Lions jersey. I thought that was going to be wide open, but his defender crashes down. Whoa, cameraman, what are we doing? Yeah, I'm not liking this at all. Dang it. Just going to try to boot out. So, that drive peters out. We don't get points on the board. Not my finest moment. Got stubborn. Thought I could get something there. No huddle. It's the ref's fault. Somebody check the ref's accounts. We got a good play from Ernest Jones. Mr. Jones and me. Trying to play some defense out here. And Allen will throw it away. Leave them wet. Or what is that a reference to? TikTok friend. That's their account name. I'm guessing he works in concrete and leaves it a little bit damp. That way people can step into his work and have to rebook him for another appointment. Receiver's wide open. Routes were not covered, and we got lucky. Better be lucky than good. Mistakes were made on the defensive side. Right, Danielle Freak using the Freak, Javon Curse. And he's able to get Kincaid. I thought he had the route towards the sideline wide open. When I saw where he went, I was relieved. I thought I'd get a pass breakup. Didn't work out. Oh well, back to the drawing board. On Thursday, we'll have Ohio Valley Wrestling on the Red platform. Those vertical streams on the wrestling have done pretty well. So hopefully you guys join me then. Got some pass pressure to get home for a change. That one up the sideline over the Seahawks mascot. 4th and 15 from the 44. Question of the day for the scrollers that might not have heard it earlier. Do you prefer Chipotle or Taco Bell? I would have to go Taco Bell personally. Yeah, he had those guys intersecting, and I was just hoping to be in the middle of it, but he made the quick read. Wasn't the play that was called, so he made some adjustments there. At least the routes weren't the ones on the play. And much needed. We'll get a Drake London takeaway. And so Jimmy on this route. Yeah, Jimmy's just supposed to block. So I don't really know what we could do if we can change his block assignment to not get those OPI penalties. But he wants to try to safety me down here. Maybe he will. Scoreless first half. If you like defensive football, you're in the right stream. If you're browsing on TikTok, come on in. Please be sure to follow, share, and like. The timer's running down. And the TikTok audience controls the timer with their actions. Probably going to reset TikTok after this game. Got to get the algorithm to like us again. Here goes Johnson on the return. George Weber, Joseph Vargo, Green Gaming. How are you guys? Just gets a couple. Spacing switch play. And Johnson got in over Diggs. I thought Diggs might get a play on it. I was clicking buttons and trying to get the menus to move forward. Called a blitz I didn't intend to run. He tried to go for the quick hitter against our freshman, got that thrown away. Yeah, it's a good play against cover 3. Dang it. Too easy. Pitch and catch. Trying to rack up the victory vouchers in this one. Country Boy and George Weber, welcome in, guys. He's able to get Kincaid, and Kincaid's going to run that in. Man, I thought that was covered up better than that. Clicked on, I hit R1, trying to break it out, and kind of punched the air. Punch in the sky. Can score here a little bit late. We'll go for 2. DK will get us moving. Probably can't get another play in. See, in route academy, stop piling and rolling. Welcome in, guys. Yeah, that was a mistake. Hit the wrong button. Bye-bye, football. Now we'll need a miracle. Hey, what's happening, Stop Piling and Zach Attack? How's your, what's it, Wednesday? How's your hump day going? I've lost track of the days here. Tomorrow afternoon, I'll probably stream and do a Blue Renaissance stream. I have a sponsored stream to do. Oh, stop lying. Yeah, that makes more sense. My brain read it as Piling. I don't know. Yeah. What you up to, man? Zach, are you going to go for the Tupac bobblehead that the Orioles have? Hey, what's happening, Kill? How's your day going? I need a lot to go my way. I was trying to throw that fast last route and I screwed up. Yeah, my Wednesday's been so far so good. I got to go no huddle and get a takeaway or something if I'm going to pull off the miracle here. I'm like going no huddle and then having 10-second celebration animation. Big signaling the first down. He went into a blitz and pulled us down. Got to make a faster read. Let me get Graham. Fortunately, Graham got jammed up a slight touch there. Can't play Ultimate Team anymore. Why is that? And of course, we're going 4-down territory here. And he stuck with it with Cam, so that'll be the ball game, dang it. I thought he was starting to hedge into some of the other routes, so I tried to jam it up there to Johnson. So anyways, good game to that dude. I made my share of mistakes on that one. TikTok, I'm going to rejoin you guys in like 2 minutes. If you want to pop over to Twitch or YouTube, it's the same name there. We'll restart the stream, see if we get a better For Your Page push from the platform. So I'll be right back. All right, let's see. 3-1 kind of plays the way most of the seasons do. The Zeep VR kid wants to be on ban for Discord. If I can figure out how to do that quickly in my server. He didn't really do anything wrong. There's just a bunch of kids trolling around the same time, so thought it was him. I think he might be free. I don't see him anymore in the ban list, so we'll find out. Reset the lights that flash for when he returns. So probably at halftime, try TikTok again. Well, could have been the Panthers and Seahawks at some point in these playoffs, but the Panthers didn't hang on against the Rams on Saturday. There we go. First play touchdown. Rice to Johnson. Way to light up the offense. Looking like Jawan Jennings out there as Jerry Rice. Jawan Jennings has as many playoff touchdowns as Justin Herbert. Which is an odd stat for Herbert to own. But credit to the Carolina guys still representing after decent season for the Panthers. They definitely had some progress off of how they'd been looking in recent years. Maybe headed the right way in Carolina. He's got a two backfield look. Looks like Bettis is on right hand side there. And we knocked it free from Dion. Let's play setup screen. I wasn't expecting that one. It would be 3rd and inches. Sometimes, you know, you recognize that you can get in there with your user and jam stuff up. I was delayed. Looks like a run to the right to me, but maybe jumping out of it. And Dion against Drake London. London's not good in man rating, but worked out. Took a shot on us. Now it's 4th and inches. It's like a sneak play. He'll go with Allen. I don't know if he got it. We'll see. Yeah, we got the takeover on downs. Disappointing for our opponent. Not for our defense. If we can just shorten this up and run the ball, would be great. Pete looking a little weathered here late in the year. There's a flag. I hope it's on my opponent. It is Curse with the encroachment, so we get the easy first down. All right, let me start TikTok here between quarters. Away we head. And Walker took a while for that play to get whistled dead. He'll get us a first down and keep the clock turning down here. This defense fired through. So, try mesh flat spot. See what we get. Thought that inside run was going to be the move. Backfires. But he's using his timeouts. And we get Rice in the back. Cam comes and breaks it up. Went for the aggressive catch because I wanted to try to get a better animation, but maybe possession would have been better. We'll settle for 3 and hope the defense can hold. Okay, so Bobby Wagner kicking away. Hey, what's happening, Alessandro? How's your day been? Yeah, I thought that was the route he wanted. I was just thinking my defender was going to stay close enough for a minute. In the end, they didn't. I think he has a Calvin Johnson tight end card there. Goes into a bunch of traffic, and that was opportunity to take it away we didn't get. I'm doing good, Alessandro. What's new with you? Let's see. Taco Bell is beating Chipotle at the moment in our poll. Is this NFL? It is. Yeah, it's called Madden 26. It is an NFL game, card collecting mode that I'm playing called Ultimate Team. What games do you like to play, Alessandro? NFL Street 2 is Coldy's favorite game. What's up, Coldy? I ran right past him. Poor user. I was headed to those routes that were on the right-hand side and not taking care of the route that was closest to Newton there in the middle. And he does get the completion. 12 seconds at the 17. Yeah, I went through there trying to break that up and whiff, so big score for him to get a late touchdown. Coldy, thanks for the share. Let's see, Amanda Swain. Welcome in, Amanda. Yeah, we love the follow, shares, and likes. Donnell Freak shared the stream too. Don't really know what that is when the streamer shares the stream. I guess it's just something built in to the TikTok platform. Coldy, have you been gaming much at all, or are you not getting to play mini games currently? Here goes Hester. Unfortunately, ridden out of bounds. As Diggs was able to chase it down. Always on the sticks for Coldy. Good to hear. I have 2K. I've pretty much not played it. My thought is to play Madden through the Super Bowl and then a little 2K till MLB comes out. Talk to some of the basketball buddies in these parts. No 2K, says Coldy. I miss that toxic 2K community. Everybody coming in and telling me I'm trash. Gets me going in the morning. Let's see, you got some gaming this past weekend, and never guess what? American Truck Simulator. Oh, were you using your racing rig to play it? Because that's probably a fun experience, Josh. See, Coldy, he's been playing Warzone and Arc Raiders. Nintendo has a little Mario Kart race wheel that has pedals on it. My son noticed it the other day with his Christmas money he got from my brother. So we got him that. I had to pay a little bit beyond what he got from his godfather and uncle, but he's been having fun with that. So I thought about you and Coffee Time, because I know you guys have like the elaborate setups. Yeah, he's got his little wheel and his pedals. I'm like, yeah, that'll help you learn to drive. So Josh been just cruising the USA. That's awesome, Josh. If you guys get a chance, please check out SeriousFun.org. They provide children with serious illnesses a spectacular camp experience in a high-quality medical care environment. So again, the charity is SeriousFun.org. For those of you that are not in the purple stream, where you can just click onto the link. Of course, Josh. Yeah, thanks for being here. Yeah, I think Truckin has played that game in AP Gaming, as far as the Truck Simulator game. Looks pretty cool. But it's been a while since I've seen him on it. So we've been talking about him and we shut him out. It's a nice relaxing break from the super competitive racing. Yeah, that is cool. Just jump in and see the sights, and I don't know how it all works too much. But I think you can pick up different routes and make money for your company and what have you. I don't know if this guy's really gonna do a punt here. Oh, you can do convoys and stuff with that. Is cool. I mean, almost every game has online multiplayer now, but I wasn't sure about the American Simulator games. American Truck Simulator. I wonder if there's a good tablet or Nintendo port for it. If so, I'd probably pick it up for my son. It seems like something he would have fun with. Yeah, yesterday he sets up Mario Kart. Wants his sisters to play with him, but he won't let them use the race wheel. He's like, no, I'm gonna get you guys a controller. So they got bored pretty quick because they weren't getting to use the race wheel, but they did a couple laps with him. Hey, if we can just maintain the clock moving, we'll be good. Get like 8 people together running the same route. It's fun. Watch out, there's a cop here. Need to stop and get some sleep. Yeah, that is cool how that's set up. Yeah, he's loving it so far. Even when he looked at it, like, I wonder if this is going to be one of those peripherals that you buy and then it ends up just collecting dust. But so far, so good. It almost has like the controller built into the wheel, so it's fairly nice. Instead of being one of those little wheels that you just pop the Joy-Con into. And he'd been playing Mario Kart and Rocket League a lot, last month or so. So I kind of feel like he's in a little bit of a race thing, where hopefully he'll get his money's worth out of it. And, you know, he's a kid, so it's not like he has to just, you know, start saving for retirement and whatever. Had one of the pop in the Wii. Yep. They still make those now. I almost bought it when the Switch 2 came out, and I thought, well, there's probably going to be a generic brand that'll be a fraction of the cost, and then forgot about it until this weekend, and then he found the one that was kind of nice for Nintendo stuff, so we went that way. Hey, what's happening, Blunt Eastwood? You changed the name on me. Not sure who this is. One of the VIPs. Familiar faces in strange places or whatever, right? When the free agents change teams, this is kind of the opposite. Somebody familiar, but I'm not sure who it is. Learning to use the throttle and the brake is good at a young age. Yeah, I was thinking like, man, that can't be bad for him, you know, to get a little bit of experience of pressing the pedals. Yeah, you know, I'm on at the wrong hours. I need to be on when everybody's starting their day. But I've really got into probably a good health habit of just sleeping through the night, and I haven't been starting the stream at midnight or 4 a.m. or anything for quite a while now. Um, the weekend days, you know, we'll have our share of traffic, but yeah, it goes both ways. Yeah, usually TikTok's the one that has the most action to it. But I still don't know who it is. When am I going to play you and Madden? Who am I talking to? Is this Flippity? I'm looking at the profile picture. It's not Flippity. Last time you were here was on the 8th of 2025, so it's been a while. Is it Reeves? Shoot, I'm not sure who it is. Got me messed up, buddy. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, Coldy Beats. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, welcome back over, Coldy. Yeah, you were very active in the red chat there for a long time too. I've been streaming on that platform a lot in the evenings with the sports content. Let's see, Zane Gilroy, Michael, Victor, Tall James, Patriot Nation, everybody welcome in on TikTok chat. Skyballer, thanks for the bits. Trying to rack up these victory vouchers. Excuse me, victory vouchers here as we prepare for hopefully some good Seahawk drops for the theme team stuff. There's Coldy. Coldy's been a three-way watcher today. And he came in like a heat-seeking missile. I was hoping the offensive line was going to chip him. Didn't happen. Yeah. Coldy / Cody. Let's see. Hudred. Gab, how's it going, Hudred? What in the world was that animation? He went right by the lineman like he wasn't there. Don't be sorry, dude. Yeah, you're at work. I'm glad you bothered to tune in, Skyballer. Yeah, I love it when you're here, Coldy. Always a pleasant chat. Coldy, are you going to buy MLB The Show when it comes out, or are you going to wait and see on the game? I'm honestly not looking forward to it, but hopefully it'll be a good year. Last year I thought the content was pretty decent. Gameplay has been rough for a while. And we're able to lead Rice for the first down and the run after the catch. Yeah, I don't know. That guy really smooth around my line. So I got to find a way to counter that. The construction consultant. Everyone's position seems to be dreading it and can't wait for it. Like if I was to take a hiatus from streaming, I wouldn't buy the game, Josh. It's just a game that usually does well for me. I think people associate with me with baseball talk and stuff now. But it just I feel like it's like Groundhog Day every year it comes out. It's the same thing. Let's see, not in to the MLB games. Can never hit the ball. Maybe on N64. Oh, I got rid of Tebow a while ago. No, I wasn't like super committed to Tebow. I just didn't want to spend the coin for a while. Then I gave in. Really, I'm ready to move on from Vic. I hate this Vic card. It's just so weird to have a guy throwing with his wrong hand. I may have made the wrong read. I might have had the deep receiver there. Any guesses on who the Browns will hire? Interviewing one of your guys. I think you'd be way better off not hiring the head coach. Excuse me, the defensive coordinator, because the head coach does all of our defensive play calls. My impression is he doesn't do a whole lot other than assist, so I don't really think he's ready. Kubiak, I think, would probably be a good hire. Then again, you know, Kubiak hasn't had head coaching experience yet, so I guess you don't know till you throw him in there. But the other one, Doreen or whatever it is, I wouldn't grab him. And he almost hustled back and got in there on the user. Have a great defensive coordinator. Don't think you need a defensive mind. They didn't clean house then from Stefanski. I thought like the whole staff was gone. I didn't know the DC was going to pull over. I think he wanted a new start. Been crying a lot since the Steelers lost. Yeah, tough game for your Steelers. I didn't get to sit down and watch all of it. One of the kids had basketball practice late. My son's practices are late. They're at 7:30, so we left the house and I didn't see the conclusion. But I thought I might get home with it, like heading to overtime or final drive, and was kind of stunned at the score line there. Tough that Tomlin's out too. Oh, that's interesting because that may prevent some coaches wanting to go in there with Schwartz too. You know, some guys want to just have a clean slate and bring in all their guys. Doesn't mean that'll be the case, but you know, sometimes it can be a factor. You know, of the three teams in the North, you know, there's 3 head coach openings, and the team I thought needed to fire their head coach the most was the Bengals, and they're going to roll with Taylor another year. But yeah, some longtime faces are out now. It's going to be a lot different look next year watching those games, those divisional games between the 4 teams. Yeah, musical chairs. Hoping that you guys can handle the 49ers and keep them at bay. Man, Dak, I was really rooting for Green Bay to get through. Avoid a divisional game, at least in the divisional round, but it didn't work out that way, so we'll have to see what happens here. Bengals going to fire him next year. Yeah, I don't know why the Bengals haven't ripped the Band-Aid off with him. Easy for me to say, like, yeah, just pay the guy millions to go away or whatever, but if they're serious about winning and keeping Burrow happy and all that stuff, yeah, it seems like they should be doing more than they've been doing. Yeah, one more chance with a healthy Burrow, maybe they can get back to the Super Bowl or have a long run. That must be their mindset. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about having them come in, Dak, for what it's worth. Everything really points Seattle's way off the rest and the Niner injuries and blah blah blah, but you know, you don't know till you know how the game is going to look and get underway. You know, we can have a muff punt or some BS and get ourselves behind, and it can be a bad day for Seattle too. And he throws it underneath. Adderley will take it away, and we'll have 2 seconds here. Yeah, that's kind of a twofold deal for you there, Coldy, with the season ending and the Tomlin era ending for you guys. Tight spot there in chat. He's also a Steeler fan. I didn't like it when Seattle moved on from Pete Carroll. Fortunately, so far, McDonald looks like he's going to be a really good coach for us. I don't feel the same way about McDonald the way that I do about Pete, but you know, you don't have to necessarily be a fan of the coach if the coach is helping you win games. Tomlin needed to go. He was outdated, says Blunt. Yeah, Tight Spot said something similar in my Discord server that, you know, you appreciated him, but it was time. If you guys are browsing on TikTok, be sure to follow, share, and like. We need you guys tapping and not napping over there. Right, so he'll start his drive at the 18. And then from everything I saw, Tomlin is not expected to take a coaching job this year for another team. Going to hang out for at least a year. Let's see, you loved him, but once Ben left the team, it was for them that they needed to do the rebuild. Got stuck in the ad. No problem. Although he can't hear me say no problem, but yeah, no problem. Yeah, people do quit on Madden for sure. What? 20-minute ad? Yeah, I can't imagine anybody sticking around for 20-minute ad. I hope they're not doing that here on the platform on purpose. Because everybody's going to tune out and not stick with the stream for 20 minutes. Heard that Stefanski had started 13 quarterbacks in 6 years. Can't blame him for being worn out. Yeah, that's tough, man. I mean, you know, you may have to start a guy because your main guy is hurt in, you know, a 1 or 2 game scenario, but when you're constantly changing quarterbacks and trying to get those guys up to speed, it's a lot. Not literally. Okay. Well, you fooled me, bud, because yeah, I could see them doing something dumb like that too. Oh yeah, this viewer is lurking. Let's just run 20 minutes of ads on them and tell that company they're really interested in this, you know, their products. Okay. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, I don't think it runs too many based off how the platform works. Changing game plans every week. Yep. Yeah, you got to try to play to the strength of whatever quarterback you have, you know, lined up for the day. Ran cover 2, and he made a good read and zapped it right through. Opportunity to go try to win now with the offense. Balin retired. Tomlin's gone. Rogers gone. Watt might be gone. Where do you guys pick in the draft? Because I think the draft order gets set as soon as you get eliminated. You guys are picking like early 20s, I'm assuming, draft wise. So there might be a quarterback there. I kind of wonder if they'll try to move up and get somebody. Yeah, I threw it right to him. Thought I could slip that underneath, but good play with him with Diggs. Belief is that he liked Dylan Gabriel, was forced to start Sanders. It's like, okay, you'll let me out of this after the season. Got Will Howard, but never played him. Oh, I forgot you guys had Will Howard. I know there were some Steelers fans excited about him. Picking at 6 and 24. Yeah, that's a lot of capital, Josh. You guys could go down and get multiple players. You could go up and, you know, make a play for first overall or top 2 if there's somebody that you're convinced is a franchise changer. I'm guessing ownership wants to see more of Sanders, but I don't know how, you know, new coach is going to feel about that. You're an Oregon fan. You love Gabriel in the Browns. Didn't do nothing with him. And I did see it was an infographic, so it's probably just off a clickbait site, but I saw a rumor of Deion Sanders to the Browns, you know, to reunite with his son again. Oh, almost jammed up field there with Jerry Rice for a big game. Yeah, I thought Gabriel ran the offense fairly well. Like, I thought he looked okay for a rookie, and then, you know, he got shelved once he got hurt, and then it was Sanders' gig. See, Will got hurt, never played after you guys got Rudolph back in there. That's right, yeah, Mason Rudolph was the backup. I don't care for Rudolph much as a player, but he's stuck around that Steeler organization for quite a while now. Wish Graham had continued his route. Red Chat disconnected for me. I don't think I'm having internet issues, but if I'm suddenly not here, probably, yeah, the internet took a dump. You know, being behind a good quarterback doesn't necessarily prepare you for a whole lot. Depends on how much knowledge that quarterback shares and how much you're able to observe, absorb. Your thoughts on popular? Deshaun will be the starter, Dylan the backup. You won't draft a quarterback in the first round. Yeah, I could see that too. If you guys can get a little bit of production out of Watson, maybe try to dump the contract or just get what you can out of him. See if you can, you know, kind of revitalize his career and stay healthy. He's obviously had some great seasons in the NFL. You know, no matter what's happened with him off the field. All right, he got me with the seam route. I got him with one. I want to go for two, but I feel like with all the timeouts, this is a little early. Both teams having all the timeouts. JR from New Music Inferno. Thanks for the heart me, JR. All right, so you guys are 21st. Yeah, it's tough to know what's going to happen with that division with all the coaching changes and draft picks. Steelers need a quarterback. Browns quarterbacks. I mean, they got plenty of guys in the room, but who will they use? You know, going into camp at least. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, Watson makes the most sense, Josh, with you guys having so much money tied up into him. Hey, thanks, JR. Yeah, Josh just mentioned it. Yeah, Thielen retired. He didn't seem like he had a whole lot left in the tank the few games that I've seen him recently. Thielen could say the same about Danielle Freak. Yeah. He's just an old man yapping at his computer. Let's see. JR, thank you for the go popular. And we'll make the break on it with Hendricks. I didn't mean to put Hendricks into the slide. I was hitting every button. Should you try to get that interception? I was trying to sprint at it. Yeah, it feels like Rodgers will hang it up. See, Blunt says he's just a bandwagon. See, so it's guaranteed. Can't salary dump any salary. Have to have him for the entirety of his contract, no matter what. Would you be interested in swapping him for Tua or for Kyler Murray? And Rice able to fit it in down the 22. What a play. I think I'm just going to try to center the ball and hope we make our kick. I think he still has fuel in the tank. Injury bug bit him. Yeah, I feel like Kyler and Tua are going to get moved, and maybe for each other because, you know, they have huge money contracts. Can't really get that in the middle of the field. I maybe try it one more time. Got to be careful to get down, though. I don't want to bleed out the whole clock. All right, he got the hit stick. I'm glad we didn't fumble or anything. Field goal unit coming out trying to win the game for us. I think I have the immune ice kicker thing. I'm not sure, though. Don't want to let him time the kick and run through and block it. Let's see, Blunt, he wants to see a Bills win. You want to see him win it all or just win against Denver? Let's see, diehard Steelers fan, but you're scared. You want to see him win everything. Well, I'm a Seahawks fan, so I'm not rooting for the Bills to go that far, but wouldn't mind seeing them in the Super Bowl if Seattle's still in the mix. But we'll see. Seattle needs to take care of the game ahead of them first before worrying about the next one. All right, so we made the playoffs. Get some more victory vouchers. And play at least another one here. 5 minutes left guaranteed on the timer. If you're on TikTok, be sure to follow, share, and like. We need you guys tapping and moving us forward. Need Josh to come home to PB. Watched a movie called Maggie last night featuring Arnold. It's him caring for his daughter that's slowly turning into a zombie. Makes you wonder what you do. Yeah, it's weird. Like, it's a weird concept to think about. I know they say, for different parents have different reactions when if their child ends up in a life of crime, becoming a serial killer and stuff like that. It's like, it's hard to not love what they were, that little guy or gal that was growing up in your house, but you obviously can't condone the actions that they may end up taking. The zombie thing is weird too, because it's like, well, it's your daughter, but now now it's a zombie. You gonna let the zombie take everybody else out in the family? Or I don't really know how the whole premise of the movie worked, but yeah, it sounds intriguing. Is it from a lot of years back, Josh? Because I don't think I've heard about that movie. Nice. Speaking of the Bengals, here's a Bengal guy. You guys are browsing on TikTok, jump on in. Question of the day, Chipotle or Taco Bell? Taco Bell is winning in the red chat. Got more answers. Oh, okay. So modern, but a decade ago. Yeah, I should see if I can find that one and check it out. It's an 8-week churn in the plot. Oh, he did well to get back there with Adderley. I thought I had that throw to Rice. Opponent recognized, clicked on, and made a good play. Cold out there where Mr. Eastwood is. Get Jerry, but still need 4 yards. We'll keep our offense out. Hate when I set the play and like Johnson's going to do this huge V back behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know if that's something weird with my controller. A lot of times I can kind of cancel it out by making a different hot route. But yeah, I just want to put him on a streak and then it's doing all that nonsense. Metcalf got jammed up in there. I tried to throw to the timing window and yeah, the window was shut. Adderley to the house. Having to take out the neighbors, knowing his daughter is weeks away from the people's condition. Yeah, I feel like I didn't hear anything about that movie for whatever reason, Josh. I know he's not the star that he was in the 90s, but I still feel like I would have seen something about it. To be fair, though, 2016 was when my son was born, so probably just completely went under my radar that year. This guy's scum kicking and the whole thing. Found it on HBO. And I think we got a legal man downfield, just go out of bounds. Yeah. Come on, Jimmy. We need some good plays to go our way. Didn't need you going off sides there. Vic's saying he'll do it himself. He'll get us the first down. We'll slide down. Should have been a flag on that going for Vic's head. I got a solid run out of Walker. Oof, great use ring. My line didn't even bother trying to slow down Lawrence Taylor. LT unevaded to the running back.
Okay, ready?
I was just spamming buttons, trying to get through the menu. Didn't intend to call this play, but it's fine. At least I know what the play is. Defense swarmed in, so let's go for it. This one not feeling great at the moment in this playoff match. And he just went with a mush rush, so thankfully found Johnson out there. That LT's fast. I thought I was home free, but he's able to chase me down with his user. Lawrence Taylor, not LaDainian Lane Tomlinson. Yeah, I had R1, but I felt like I had to keep Vic sprinting. Didn't get the completion in there. Well, 3rd and long. But he's using timeouts, trying to preserve time for his offense. All right, let's get a field goal attempt. Nick, CJ, OG Bobby Johnson, welcome in, guys, to TikTok chat. We'll knock Dotson down at the 22. And they stopped the clock. Man, I thought I had the animation to have him down in bounds. And Dotson hangs on. Boy, he didn't want to go down. Had a lot of good animations, I thought, defensively, but he just, like a little tank, kept going at us. Now, scramble with Williams, it stays in, so that helps keeping the play clock churning. Try and move around a lot here defensively and make him eat up his plays. I guess he got locked in where he couldn't snap, or he just didn't like what he saw. Didn't want to risk a turnover. I think opponents got the ball coming out second half. Yeah, that is the case. And Moss throws himself on the ground. Hands it off to that annoying Vic card and gets a first down, speeding through the line. Guessing we're going to see a lot of run, trying to run out the clock on me. I got Diggs held up against the animations. Wasn't able to use her out quickly enough. Well, need a turnover. I'm going to go run commit and try to catch him in the backfield. Hey, what's happening, Couch? Been sick as a dog. Are you okay to go hang out with Skyballer in person, or is the trip in jeopardy? Sorry to hear that you're sick, buddy. I hope you feel better soon. Just feeling normal feels so good after you've been sick for a while. Surprised he threw that route. Didn't think it was going to open up enough for him between my defenders, but yeah, he fit it in. Great throw. Should be good to go come Friday. You excited for any of the release stuff this week, or are you not feeling as into it now that the Packers are out? I don't mean that as like a loaded question. I know when Seattle goes out, like my interest in Madden always starts to wane pretty quickly. But I'll probably play it through the Super Bowl regardless this year. That's a good spot for him to be on inches so he can run more clock. Okay, we'll use our timeouts there. Need to get a strip or something. Let's see, they gave the Cardinals playoff cards. I think they spread them around. They really should, because in years gone by, there's been times that it's like just about the playoff teams and the Super Bowl teams, and I think you would like to keep the football fans that are still into the game of Madden. Yeah, keep feeding them something that they can use for their themes and not just force them into playing with teams that they don't like or don't care about. Got 30 inches there, but yeah, he was giving himself up. Got completely cooked on the spacing switch. I'm trying to save up enough victory vouchers for that 94 binder card, because I'm guessing we'll get a 94 Seattle player eventually. He does get the first down out of bounds, and yeah, this guy could just kneel down, and he will. All right, let me concede. Wanted to be sure that's what he was going to do. You know, you get the guy that wants to high step on you, and maybe they let you back in the game. So that'll be the end of my run. But we made it to the playoffs. Didn't have success through the playoffs, so Seattle should get at least one, maybe two cards this week. I have a lot of tokens, but I guess I'll wait for that team of the year thing, unless there's somebody that I just have to have. Surprised they haven't reissued like Legion of Boom players for those of us running Seattle theme, because it seems to be a popular theme at the moment. Like we know we could use a better Richard Sherman or Earl Thomas, etc. Hoping they have Largent this year. Largent's been in last few years. I'm wondering if they paid Joey Galloway and decided not to pay for Largent's right this time. Hey Colin, how are you, buddy? Good to see you in the stream. Well, let me see who to line up in raid. Got to get a few things done around the house before take the kids to basketball practice later in the evening. Tomorrow I have Ohio Valley Wrestling. For those of you that are wrestling inclined fans, and Saturday we'll have San Jose State taking on UNLV. We'll raid Lady Rage Gaming, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Sorry that we haven't been live with the gaming for a bit. We had different things we had to do, Formula E, stuff like that, in previous streams. So, yeah, should be consistent starting Friday. Tomorrow I'll be tied up in the morning too. But tomorrow afternoon I'll probably jump on for sponsored stream Blue Renaissance for a little something different. So Ohio Valley Wrestling is it's OVW Rise. It is professional wrestling. Their shows are okay. Definitely was better than what I was expecting it to be production wise from what I've seen so far. So usually we have a Thursday wrestling stream right now with Creator Sports Network, and then we typically have a weekend stream Sunday. I think they usually call it Nightmare, but I don't know if the name changes on the Sunday one. But yeah, Rise is coming up on Thursday. But yeah, everybody have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll try